I don't know which one of you degen traders really needs to hear this, but not all trading days are built the same. If every single morning you wake up, cry in the shower, and then sit down and get ready to trade and think you're going to be doing the exact same thing, well, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but you are wrong. Some days are clearly set up for higher volatility, higher ranges, and other days are clearly set up to do absolutely nothing. And as I'm filming this on Monday, August the 25th, that's exactly what we have. We have a classic theta decay, stall out, premium selling type of a day, and I want to break down not only how you can kind of know that from the onset, because maybe you just want to take these days away, but most importantly, I want to get into the next major 3 things, 1, 2, 3, that you have to pay attention to, because these 3 events are going to be the deciding factors of, are we hitting a new all-time high, or is the new all-time high already put in and we're about to have a sell-off? There's 3 major events. I want to discuss them now. You got to put them on your calendar because they are massively important. But obviously, before we get to all that fun stuff, if you haven't already, don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on your notifications if you enjoy these type of market breakdowns. And with that, let's rock. As I'm filming this at the start of Power Hour, here's the official headline: Nasdaq lifted by Nvidia, S&P 500 is little change to start the week. AKA, we are watching paint dry. And yes, I'll be getting into it, but first, for overall context, on Friday, we had a phenomenal day, and I'm going to get into the details of what happened on Friday. But the TLDR is the market's like, hey, we're pretty sure that Fed Powell is going to give us a 25 bips rate cut. Great, let's pop. And then as you can see, the daily bar today was absolutely nothing. S&P 500 down by 0.2%. The Nasdaq pretty much break even on the day. The Russell taking a little bit more of a hit, suggesting a bit of a rotation from small cap back into tech. And the one that's really taking hit right now is Bitcoin. And I could argue that, yeah, this is a bit of a big rotation from Bitcoin into Ethereum. So that's just the larger picture. Overall, we're not that far away from all-time highs, no matter really which one you're looking at with reference to the SPY and the Qs. But the question is the high that we recently have seen, is that the all-time high? Are we going to keep going, or are we about to take a U-turn? So to really better explain that, let me show you what's going on today. A bunch of nothing. We pumped until about lunch, and then traders came back from lunch and figured, not much is going on. We have individual equities looking pretty good. Tesla's looking good. Nvidia's looking good. And as much as you might see that, we're getting a lot of conflicting information, which is probably why we saw no follow through today. So even though we had a nice pump on Friday, guess what? The options market pumped all day, delta up and up and up, and then around 12:45, down and down and down. The Nasdaq, same thing, pumped until about 12:45 and then sold off. So bullish followed by bearish. But then when you look under the hood of what's going on with the Mag 7, you're noticing that some of these individual equities, Apple, Amazon, Google, Meta, Microsoft, Nvidia, and Tesla, they're actually not selling off. They're going flat. So price and then options themselves telling 2 different stories. The other thing I could show you right here is, even though the large players in the market were buying all day on Friday, guess what they've been doing today? They're actually net sellers. So right now we're in this awkward case of the Monday situation where the market doesn't really know how to react, and it's waiting for the next impetus. And when I'm saying it doesn't know what to react to, well, we had somewhat of the quote unquote good news from Jerome Powell at Jackson Hole on Friday. Fed's Jackson Hole exposed a hard road ahead for central banks. And then over the weekend, maybe you were watching the crypto market, you might have realized that as it really internalized what Powell was saying and not saying, yeah, he was leaning a little bit more dovish, but if anything, he's saying his classic thing of, we're going to wait and see the incoming data. And that's what the market's saying, all right, I guess we need to wait up until this Friday. Powell indicates conditions may warrant interest rate cuts as Friday proceeds carefully. Remember, when it comes to the Fed, they have a dual mandate. Number 1, price stability, as in keep inflation at 2%. The other one is, hey, make sure the labor market doesn't get completely messed up. We want people to have jobs. So those are the 2 things they're going to care about. And for a while, they've been trying to bring down inflation, but we just got this indication on Friday that, okay, maybe the risks are starting to flip and they might need to be a little bit more concerned about the job market. And as soon as that happened, the odds of a rate cut for this September meeting, September September 17th, spiked up to 84%. And then another way you could check this is with Polymarket. Right before that 10 a.m. announcement, we were around 39. It dumped down to 13. And actually, as I'm filming this right now, we got a little bit of a spike back up to 21. But overall, their market is saying, yeah, it's most likely going to get a rate cut, but there's major events we have to pay attention to that's going to be deciding this, which is going to be deciding, is the market going higher and higher and higher, or are we about to take a brutal turn? So the first thing is really this week, Friday, the PCE report. It comes out an hour before the market opened. The personal consumption expenditure. This is the most important inflation report. According to the Fed themselves, they weigh this inflation report more than any other one. If inflation comes in at expectations or lower than expectations, that is good. That's what the market's looking for. On the flip side, if it comes in higher than expected, we might have a serious problem. When it comes directly to the Fed, yeah, pay attention to that, but please don't forget, 2 days before that, Wednesday, after the market closes, we're going to be hearing from the biggest stock in the world. We're hearing from NVIDIA, and we're going to get their earnings. Tech rally shows signs of losing steam. Doubts about artificial intelligence and a rotation into previously unloved sectors slows the tech gains. Binary event, folks. Either it's going to crush earnings, the market's going to like it, and NVIDIA is going to gap up, tech's going to gap up, and the market's going to rip, or it's going to miss for this reason or that reason, and the exact opposite's going to happen. Once again, this is going to be happening after the market closes on Wednesday. As of the moment that I'm filming this on Monday, the implied move is 6%, which means NVIDIA from here could drop to 170, or it could go up to about 192-ish. Once again, the implied move is a 6% move, and also I should point out that it is not far away from its own all-time high. NVIDIA faces Wall Street's high expectations 2 years into the AI boom. You've probably seen the memes before of like NVIDIA or whatever other random individual stock is holding up the entire stock market. I'm not really sure if there's ever been a time that that's more true than right now. People are very much going to be really interpreting, should the overall market keep going up and up and up, or down and down and down based on this number. NVIDIA's new robot brain goes on sale for $3,500 as company targets robotics for growth. As soon as this came out, one of the analyst companies actually just increased its target on NVIDIA. So it seems like as we're going into this, a little bit of positive momentum, nice green days, nice follow through. I would say the momentum is bullish, but once again, it is a binary event. Obviously, the PCE report on Friday, an hour before the market opens, that's also a binary event. But at the start of this video, I said that there were 3 things to pay attention to, and that's right. We've only covered 2 of them. This Wednesday, pay attention to NVIDIA. This Friday, pay attention to the inflation report. And then next Friday, a week from this Friday, if you look here, the first Friday of every new month, you're going to get the unemployment numbers. Remember, when it comes to the Fed, their dual mandate, the whole inflation thing, well, we hear about that this Friday. The whole jobs thing, we get the next jobs number next Friday, September the 5th. Those are the 3 things that either they're all going to break positively and we're going to be ripping. They're all going to break negatively and we're going to be dipping, or it's going to be a mixed bag. And then at that point, well, I guess we're going to have to make a couple more videos to dive into what in the world is going down. So please pay attention to those 3 things. And don't forget that not every trading day is built the same. Sometimes there's a bunch of positive gamma. There's no really events that are prompting a pump or a dump. And sometimes it's best to sit on your hands. Maybe you want to sell some premium, but not every day is going to be built the same. And it is okay to sit back, relax, and wait for that trade to come to you. Of course, with all that being said, I would love to hear from you in a comment below. Do you agree with all this, or do you think I'm absolutely wrong, or do you have any questions? Like I said, post in the comment below and I'll get back to all of you. That's what I have for you right now. I appreciate all the good vibes. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.